Hi.
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 Hi. I'm Rex Pukinike.
I'm Rex Pukinike.
I'm Rex Pukinike. And we're balling. And we're balling.
And we're balling.
Today. Tomorrow.
And maybe yesterday.
At what cost?
At what cost?
At what cost? Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ballin' at What Cost. Once again, it's fucking Friday, beautiful Friday. Sun's out, sun's shining. I ain't got the sun in my face yet, but maybe in like a few hours or something like that. The days are getting long now. Finally, a little bit of warmth outside. Finally, you know, I've been biking around quite a lot. Bike to school and back every day, you know. It's an easy 5 kilometers there and back, you know. It's easy, whatever. But you know, I like that. Get a little just, you know, and I go fast. I like the, you know, the best is even if you get a little adrenaline rush, you know. You gotta, oh shit, you dodge a car real quick, you know, hit the drift real quick, and you're like, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why. But man, summer is coming along slowly and slowly, step by step, which is a good thing. I can't wait. You guys, you have no idea. I could almost get emotional about how crazy this summer is about to be, because I'm going to get active. I'm going to be productive and active, keep myself busy. Okay? But a little bit less about that shit. Who gives a fuck about you, man? We want to know about the sports. We got to know about the balling. We got to know at what cost it is. I know. Okay, listen. We got a great weekend ahead, but before we can get into that, we got to talk about the weekend that just went past. Give a little recap about the events that dropped. But before that, let me just talk about things that are just floating around that will lead into something maybe more crucial down the line. Okay, we're talking about the NFL. Okay, we're talking about the off season of the NFL. Yes, I know. I really understand the criticisms from like a outsider's perspective of American football as a sport in general, and then, you know, even more the league. This regular season so short. They have such few games, blah, blah, blah. You know, I really get that, you know. And that there's only one that everybody cares about. And you think about it in Europe when it comes to football, a.k.a. soccer, if I really got to be a cunt about it. Yeah, oh yeah, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get the pinky. I got a little espresso here, dude. A little mix of Brazilian and what is it? Barcelona roast. You know, a little bit of espresso. It's still a little hot, but I gotta make sure it's not, I put a little hint of sugar to smoothen it out. You know, I like it sweet anyways. But yeah, dude, I love the NFL anyways. I love the NFL. The regular season's short, but, you know, it makes the off season that much more interesting. I love how they make a TV show, reality TV show all the time of the, you know, the practice camp or whatever it is, and then the preseason games, and they make a Hard Knocks. It's called the TV show. That's so interesting. You always see how a team like develops, even from the practice squad, you know, or everyone just trying to get a roster spot to bam. But anyways, we're going to talk about a little bit more headlines, but, you know, I got to hit you with it. So, boom, off season. Boom, I got the notes right here. That's why I'm always looking over here and looking at the camera. Boom, I got the fucking notes here. Let me scroll down to the bullet points, you know what I'm saying? All right, first thing that I want to talk about, one of my favorite athletes, just pure athletes in the whole world, Tyreek Hill, the fastest man in the NFL. This guy is just crazy. I talked about this before, but man, at the start of the offseason, this guy just went ahead and went to a track and field, tournament, and then did a 100-meter sprint. Or was it 60-meter dash? I forget. But there's a sprint, right? With like the top best other people in the fucking division tournament. I don't know, of track and field. He absolutely demolished them. Like fucking just destroyed them. Like Tyreek Hill's speed is crazy. That's why his nickname is Cheetah. Because that motherfucker fast like a cheetah, man. He's so good. And he's an amazing wide receiver. He's always been really effective with his time with the Chiefs, and he got a ring out of that, And then the fact that he went to Miami, and yeah, they had a rough, they had an okay season last season. I think they just got a little unlucky, but they have a great base. Best like wide receiver duo arguably in the NFL with him, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle. So, but talking about that cheetah, man, he's now it kind of hurts to say this, but I completely understand. He's planning on retiring in Miami after the 2025 season. Since he's got that contract till 2025, and then bam, he thinks he's gonna retire, and I completely get you, man. You know why? Because when you're the fastest wide receiver in the NFL, every time you're trying to catch that ball, and you don't land on your feet, the velocity that you're going at, and the velocity that carries on to you slamming your freaking head onto the field is much higher when you're the fastest, And Tyreek Hill is a strong guy. Yes, he's very agile. Yeah, all that. Yes, he's super athletic. But, dude, you still eat up that damage. And, up till 2025, I completely get it. He's a well-paid gentleman. He's also, like, it's because he wants to just develop further in the business area of things. And I completely get you, man. When you're that good, you can do whatever the hell you want, man. Especially when I think up till 2025, that's still a good amount of seasons for Dolphins to make a good run for it. They have a good basis to build on. So kind of like a very wholesome headline, I think. I like the dude. It's crazy. I watch his YouTube channel. He's got a good YouTube channel. Oh, man. And he's just so athletic. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and I'm rooting for them. I'm almost thinking, like, if I still haven't bought an NFL jersey, but if I do, it's a tight one between a Miami Dolphins jersey just because I love the color combination. Like, legit, that's why I would buy a fucking jersey, just because color combo. Or it would be Denver Broncos, Russell Dubs. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Speaking about Russell Dubs, okay, I'm going to get to that in just a second. But Seattle Seahawks, my favorite franchise, right? Although it's getting close to Denver Broncos, okay? It's getting kind of close, but still rooting the Seattle Seahawks. I've been rooting. They've been my number one team that I've been rooting for since I started following the NFL. Anyway, I think they have a really good chance in developing a lot this offseason. They re-signed Bobby Wagner, and then now they have a strong base to build on. They re-signed Geno Smith now, and Geno Smith did already exceeded expectations being the starting quarterback last season. So I think they really have a strong basis to build on, and I think they can like crazy. They can do something crazy if they build, something solid, well-rounded. Get the fucking dubs, even though it might be nitty-gritty. I think they got it. Pete Carroll, I think they all got a few years left in them. And same thing for me. I think there's going to be a resurgence from the fucking OGs, in the Denver Broncos, okay? That's what I was talking about. My boy Russell Dubs got a little bit of fucking help for once, okay? Denver Broncos, first thing they did in the offseason. Well, I don't know if this was the first thing they did in the offseason, but this was the first significant changing move that they made in the offseason. Sean Payton, the previous head coach of the Saints, that was coaching the quarterback legend Drew Brees, and they won fucking rings there. Sean Payton is signed, bam, teams up with Russell Wilson, bam, head coach quarterback combo, both very offensive heavy, but Denver's always had a pretty okay defense. So see, I'm saying we can build something over here, okay? And Sean Payton's been out from coaching in the NFL for a little bit. He had a little hiatus, So Russell Wilson has a fresh coaching restart, right? And I think, he's had another experience, and I don't think they're going to make other big, huge changes, at least with the core of the defense or the offense. It's a coaching restart, more of a staff restart. So then I think the fact that Russell Wilson has this experience already 1 year with these players, and I think all that fucking bullshit over last season about Russell Wilson, not being a part of the team or all that drama, that's all fucking bullshit, okay? This is actual real news right here. Sean Payton coming in, bam. Russell Wilson, bam. Ready to go, praising Jesus. Let's fuck go. Easter fucking weekend. Let's go, man. All right. That's all I needed to say for the NFL, just to keep you guys, because I really like the NFL. I really think those guys are doing something absolutely crazy. And it's only part of one of my dreams to see one of those games live. So, all right. That was just the fucking starter. That was just in general, had to get that off my chest and shit, because we're going to move on to what happened last weekend. Okay, now the espresso's probably cooled down a little bit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Last weekend, we had the Australian GP, and it was a crazy one. It was definitely action-packed one. I was very, very glad I woke up in the morning for the whole race, even though at some times it got a little bit more chaotic than it should have gotten. But anyways, what are you going to do? I still appreciated it, how it played out. Honestly, just let it be. What are you going to do? It's all, they always say it's all politics, It's whatever. You can't do nothing about it. It's honestly still a great race, though, in my books. 11 championships combined on the podium in Albert Park, Melbourne. Max Verstappen, P1, takes the gold with 2 championships on his back. Lewis Hamilton takes second place. Wait, or did Lewis Hamilton take third place? Dude, I don't even know this part. All right, let's go to races. See, I got this over here too. Boom, bam, bam. Yeah. Lewis Hamilton got P2, got the silver with 7 championships. And Fernando Alonso, coming in bronze, gets the 2 championships on his back and gets another podium. This guy is, it's kind of crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, dude. As far as the drivers' champion goes, yes, I know Max Verstappen has a bit of a lead, but hey, man, Sergio Perez is pretty close, and Fernando Alonso is, kind of close too. Max Verstappen DNFs one time, and Fernando Alonso gets a P2 or P1. Dude, we're back. And then Lewis Hamilton is still back there. I think, like, if they... Okay, I'm skipping. I'm already going to the last bullet points. I gotta keep myself in check. I'm sorry. I gotta have a little bit more of this espresso. I mean, all right, listen. Yes, so it was a little bit more chaotic than it should have been. I should have continued on that point because there were maybe 1 or 2 too many red flags and a lot of safety cars and guess what? It's because there was 8 DNFs. There was 8 crashes, or not 8 crashes, but 8 cars that retired out of the race, which means there was only 12 cars finishing off the race. So only 2 would be without points. All the rest would get points. Both McLarens, because of all this chaos, scored points as a result of all the freaking cars breaking down, spinning, crashing into walls, everybody crashing into each other, freaking just absolute chaos. Oscar Piastri scores first F1 points at home in his rookie season. I told you guys, this guy's the real deal. This guy's the real deal right here. This kid, he don't fuck around. This kid right here, he goes hard in the fucking paint, I'm telling you, just had his 22nd birthday the other day. This guy's younger than me, man. Shit. Richard Mille on the wrist, driving the fucking most powerful machinery on 4 wheels known to mankind. What the fuck are you talking about? Rookie season in the dog shit orange fucking car. Are you kidding me? Lando Norris P6. I think. Am I tripping? I don't think I'm tripping. P6. Are you Dude, this was the most insane race ever. And my Chinese brother, my Xiongdi, my boy, Zhou Guanyu, scores a couple of points. Bam, in the Alfa Romeo. For some reason, I think Alfa Romeo, they're just not a team that, elevates. They kind of just, go with what they've got. And sometimes they get a little something better than usual going into a weekend. But, most of the better teams, they adapt over the weekend, and by Sunday at least, latest, they've got a decent, okay car. But yeah, something with the Alfa Romeos. But thank God, because of all this chaos, see, the chaos blessed a lot of people. So maybe it was for the better. It was a lot of action. See, that's why I said it in my books. It was good shit. All right, everybody going crazy. Hulkenberg is back in the hospital. What the fuck are we talking about? Hulkenberg, the freaking German veteran, gets a solid P7 points, but he was pretty on fire the whole weekend. I think he started qualifying. Let's see, qualify. Yeah, he got a P10, which is pretty decent considering how tight the race is. Man, it was kind of crazy, man. Fucking George Russell drove pretty good, but he ended up DNFing. Alex Albon qualified so well on Saturday and ended up losing control of his car. Charles Leclerc DNF. Kevin Magnussen, I think, was a crash. Logan started to crash. Everybody crashed. Both Alpines. I wanted to talk about this one. This is absolutely crazy because Alpine, for some reason, are below McLaren right now with 8 points. McLaren's got 12 points. Alpine have a much more solid car than McLaren, but somehow because of just how the races have gone, it's crazy. It's clear that strategy this season for all challengers of Max Verstappen that defends his throne. Max is on top of the throne. And I don't think you guys understand how good Max Verstappen is. Like, truly. He is on another level. And then it was, yeah, but he has the best car. Okay, but he's on another level in that car. Okay. You've already seen the comeback. He's already made a comeback earlier this season, right? But the fact that this guy is so dominant that even if he gets chowed on during a race, it's like he kind of has to, like, he'd rather lose the few seconds and give into that battle and then gain it later. Then it's crazy because it's that effortless for him to gain it later anyway. Max Verstappen he's won 2 in a row. Okay, guys, no matter how much the FIA scammed Lewis Hamilton when he won the first one, dude, the last year one, I say this time and time again, Charles Leclerc qualified, had a better qualifying record than Max Verstappen. He got more poles than Max Verstappen. What happened then? What the fuck happened then? Okay, so Max Verstappen comes in and he DNF'd too. He DNF'd too, right? But then, sometimes Sometimes I really wish I wasn't so sketched out about stating facts. But okay, yeah, all right, I'm fucking stating facts. I'm just letting it go here. But Max Verstappen, he's on top of the throne right now, and it's up to the other challengers like Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez to kind of like bring up the challenge to him every single race weekend. And I think especially how Mercedes is right now, like if Sergio Perez goes down one more time and George Russell and Lewis Hamilton both have a very solid qualifying, dude, I'm not even kidding. One of the Mercedes are going to get a pole position this year. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, the Merc is going to evolve so much. And I wouldn't be surprised if it catches up to the Red Bull. Because, yeah, it's kind of crazy, guys. So, because Max Verstappen is like, he obviously has the best car right now. And he's just so solid every single race, right? I think it's crazy that the other people, the only strategy they can go for is let's just put all the pressure on him to make a mistake, including like racing really aggressively. And the Max Verstappen, he can't challenge that, because if he challenges it and gets a puncture on a wheel or gets taken out by some reason or something, he has much more to lose and they have much more to gain. Okay. So it's kind of crazy how this season is going to play out with the F1. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect. I really think so. I really, really think so. I wouldn't be surprised if races like this in Albert Park are going to happen more than a few times. And yes, now it's a little bit of longer break than I would have wanted, but fuck it. Let the guys have a little bit of rest. But next race week or race weekend is in, I think it was like the end of the month. Let's see races, and then I know it's Azerbaijan, and I fucking love Azerbaijan as a track. At least I think it's one of the better street circuits there is, because it's so technical. But yeah, that's 28th to the 30th of April, so that's in 3 weeks. So those guys get to have a break, and then we come back into a track that's really, really exciting and really, really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. After that, we go to Miami. Whoa. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Back to back. Dude, wait. Is there a triple header? No, there's only a double header after this. Okay, so after a 3-week break, we go Azerbaijan, and then straight after that, we go to Miami. So that's what F1's looking like so far. Max Verstappen leading, Sergio Perez second, and Fernando Alonso third, with Lewis Hamilton fourth in the championships. But listen, let's get to the fucking real deal, okay? Let's get to what's going to go down this weekend, because we got the freaking Miami UFC 287, okay? Talking about Miami. We got the rematch, okay? The rematch. I don't know how to call. I wish there was a nice title for this. Maybe like the repeat rematch, the rushed rematch. I think it's a little bit of a rushed rematch. Listen, oh my god, I just spilled a little espresso, but thank god I have a small little plate underneath, so it caught all of it. So I ain't spilling nowhere. So listen, we have the main event, which is a rematch. But I'm going to get into that later, because I'm going to start in what will be the chronological order of the fights. And we'll start off all the way from the back. Not early prelims, sorry. Except I got a Chinese brother in the early prelims. I'm probably going to wake up for the early prelims, but I just don't think there's too much that I want to dig into. But let's get into the prelims. The second last fight of the prelims, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say that, I'm talking mostly gentlemen. My gentlemen, I think you're going to appreciate this fight, because it's real technical. It's real, you want to see some good technical striking, with the feints and the 1, 2, 3 combos, This one's the one for you, because let me get serious now. We have Michelle Waterson Gomez, ranked number 10, versus Luana Pinheiro, ranked number 15. Both women in the straw weight division. Listen, when I say this is for the gentlemen, I mean this with all respect. But both women that are fighting, now I'll go to Australia. Both women that are fighting, man, I'll tell you, they're both some strong, beautiful women. With all due respect. By all due. And I mean that with the utmost respect. Okay, but let me get serious now. As fighters, Michelle has what is she? The karate baddie? Karate. Wait, what's her fighting nickname? I'm not even being a joker right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to be like funny or anything. Really, I'm not. I'm trying to be serious. The karate hottie. That was her nickname. Oh, yeah, she's a mix. Both women are mixes. I wish to God I could show you some pictures. I might put them as my thumbnail. Oh, I had to search both of their Instagrams. I've known of the karate hottie for a long time. I think I've seen one of her earlier fights. She's been around in the UFC for a while. She definitely has experience. She is a striker. A good amount of losses, but she's got definitely more wins. I think based on how it's looking right now. Michelle, she's coming off of 2 losses versus the opponent she's going against, Luana Pinheiro. Oh, how much I love you. Oh my god. Luana, I ain't gonna lie, she caught my eye. And I've always had a thing for the Brazilian fighters in general. I pay a lot of attention towards them, and Luana, I had to do a quick search of, especially on the Instagram, and my God, she's a wonderful woman. She's a wonderful woman. Blonde Brazilian. I don't even know where to go with this. Bam! Coming into the UFC, she's got 2 fights so far, both wins, and she's trying to get her 3rd win in a row in the UFC. So she's pretty much a rookie still in the UFC, going against a pretty much veteran in the UFC. Strawweight bout, 2nd last fight in the prelims. I think this is a really good matchup if we want diverse striking. I think Michelle definitely has the experience on her back. Luana probably is gonna come in with a lot of energy and a lot of high pace. Let's just see if who goes. I predict this is gonna go all 3 rounds, but who knows if someone lands a crisp shot. Anything can happen, but let's see how that pans out. I'm definitely gonna enjoy the. I'm really gonna enjoy the fight. Yeah. All right. Bam! Last fight of the prelims. What do we got? I don't know. What do we got? Okay. Let me tell you what we got. Okay. Chris, the Action Man, Curtis, ranked number 14 in the middleweight division, goes against Kelvin Gastelum, number 15. Dude, number 15 of the middleweight division. So number 14 versus number 15 of the middleweight division, men's division. This is guaranteed lots of action, gentlemen and the ladies. I'm telling you, Chris Curtis is 4 years older than Gastelum. However, Gastelum has had a much longer UFC career. He's definitely got cardio, is a thing that Kelvin doesn't struggle that much with. He definitely has a lot of experience. His average fight time is 13 minutes, which is quite a long time. He's gone 5 rounds more than once. Chris has had a great start in the UFC, however, even though he is older than Kelvin. He's 4-1 in his UFC start, and this is his 6th fight. And it's because of his very effective and entertaining striking style. I think he has a very entertaining striking style. I really do. I think it's effective because he's got so much power behind it. And it's entertaining because it's so effective. It's so clean. He destroyed Joaquin Buckley. That's the win he's coming off of. And Joaquin Buckley is a very effective striker as well, or a very talented and creative striker. And Chris Curtis was able to deal with that and, finish him off. And Kelvin is also a striker. And the craziest thing about Chris Curtis is the fact that he's mainly a striker. He only strikes pretty much, but he has 100% takedown defense. So his grappling defensive game is crazy, even though he's mostly offensively a striker. Interesting, if you ask me. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So I think Chris Curtis, the action man, he's gonna bring it up. He's gonna not punctuate. He's gonna control. I say control, but there was another word, but I can't remember it right now. He's gonna control the pace of the fight, and because of that, Kelvin, with the experience, he's gonna try his best to stand tall with Chris Curtis. And I won't be surprised if it goes the decision, because both men definitely have pretty okay chins. So who knows? It just depends on how quick these middleweights want to bang it out and how strong they want to throw as well. So, but I'd say I'm leaning towards the fact that Chris Curtis might get a TKO maybe in the start of the third. I'm feeling that, or end of the second, something like that, if he's really feeling himself. But anyways, let's move on to the main card, man. That's it. Let's bam, straight into the main card. I ain't gonna even mess around with you or nothing. We're going straight into the main card, dude. I'm drinking water fast, but water is good. I'm gonna skip the first fight of the main card, not because I have any negative around it. It's just there's nothing much to say. Really, it's just a young teenager who has a lot of, promising abilities in mixed martial arts. Second fight of his UFC career, Dana White wants to put him and all the other people because it's going to get a good amount of media attention. They put him first fight of the main card, which I get, versus probably some dude he's going to submit pretty easily. So that's that. That's literally that for the first fight, and I don't think there's much use getting into it. So let me get into the second fight of the main card. We got Kevin Holland, the Trailblazer, versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I think that's one of the sickest names. I got to be honest with you. We got a welterweight matchup on our hands. Kevin Holland coming at minus 245 on the betting odds versus Santiago, who's coming at plus 205. I think these are very accurate odds. The Trailblazer is trying to bounce back from 2 losses he suffered. The first loss he suffered was against Khamzat Chimaev, but we all know about Khamzat Chimaev. It was a crazy fight. Kevin Holland did his best, but Khamzat just empties his gas tank to try to finish Kevin Holland, and what are you gonna do? He gets the finish. And then Kevin Holland goes against Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy. And Kevin Holland ends up breaking his hand, and the fight gets stopped, leading to a win for Stephen Thompson. So, but all before that, he pretty much beats. The elites might get him, but otherwise he's fought off a lot of very good fighters. And I think Ponzinibbio is definitely a really well-rounded fighter too. And since he's been around for a lot longer, and I feel like especially with this one, Kevin Holland just kind of has that still youthful energy, even though he's in his 30s too. But Santiago further down in the 30s, and Kevin Holland just turned 30. So I think Holland might. You know what? But Santiago really has a well-rounded game too, with grappling and striking. So who knows? I actually don't really know. Ponzinibbio has been around for so long. I think Kevin Holland's going to be hungry. I think knowing Kevin Holland, and he wants a highlight, he still wants to stay around for a little bit. I know that he wants to probably go for a highlight if he sees the opportunity to do so. So I wouldn't be surprised if Holland goes for a crazy one, goes for a crazy finish. But anyways, that's the second fight of the main card. And the fight before the co-main event, we have a banger bantamweight matchup. All right, we have this guy who is kind of crazy against another guy who is kind of crazy. Okay. We have Rob Font, who is ranked number 6 in the bantamweight division, plus 155 as the underdog in the betting odds versus Adrian Yanez. And this Adrian Yanez is the hype. He's the hype, okay? He's all the hype. Ranked number 12 in the bantamweight division, coming in minus 180 in the betting odds, coming in as the favorite. Yanez is 5-0 in the UFC, okay? This guy is 29. This guy is really, really hungry, and he is a devastating striker. He is pretty much a Mexican kickboxing boxer. So strong, so accurate, so fast, effortless almost. It's like a punching bag. You end up being a punching bag. He's such a devastating striker for his weight class as well. Bantamweight, you know, not the heaviest of weight classes. And he's doing everything right to climb the rankings, okay? And Rob Font is a UFC veteran at this point. I think 9th year in the UFC, that has lost his last 2 fights. So, yes, Rob Font is also desperate to come back in the win column, okay? But I think this is one of those where Yanez is going to have a little bit more trouble to get the finish, especially where Rob Font has that much experience. However, and Rob Font is known for being able to take a good amount of damage, but I feel like Yanez is he's so hungry, and, you know, especially when Yanez is deeper and deeper in his UFC career, I feel like his strength and conditioning is only going to get better, so that means he could just be even more explosive. So I just think Yanez is just going to put a pace on Rob, and let's see what happens. But I'm very excited to see Yanez perform as, you know, third fight of the main card. It's really, really exciting, and I'm rooting for this guy to freaking, you know, climb all the way up in the ladders, dude. This American Latino savage. What is it? He doesn't have a fighter name, but absolute savage. But anyways, let's go into the main event. And I'm going to keep this one simple, to be honest with you. This one is as simple as it gets. I don't think you can overcomplicate this thing at all. I might have to take a break soon and refill my water bottle, take a piss, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, the co-main event, we have the Brazilian savage Gilbert Burns, who is ranked number 5 in the welterweight division, goes against Jorge Masvidal, the king of Miami. What is his actual official fight? I know he's like 305, something like, you know, all that. What is his actual nickname? Gamebred, right? How do I not remember that? Gamebred. Of course it's Gamebred. Sorry. Gamebred versus Gilbert Burns. Durinho. I wonder, okay, I'm literally going to go a little off topic. I'm going to search what Durinho means. Bam. Let's find Brazilian somewhere. Oh, it's Portuguese, right. I'm sorry for sounding stupid for a second. Durinho. Tough. Damn. Gilbert Tough Birds. Oh. Gilbert Burns is a savage. Okay, he's got submission wins, but he can also strike like a crazy motherfucker, and he's got crazy freaking conditioning. Okay, Gilbert Burns is a definition of a savage with a crazy Brazilian, freaking work ethic. Not Brazilian work ethic. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, South American work ethic. I mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, Asians got a work ethic too. The only people that don't got a work ethic is maybe like most white people, because they just lazy. But like, okay, I'm getting off. Whoa, calm down, buddy, calm down. You just record one podcast a week. Stop acting like you do something. Okay. Getting off topic. Jorge Masvidal, you got to tip it to his career. He's had a very, very long active career. He's definitely made an impact in the MMA world. He keeps it real. No, I don't think anyone doubts that anymore. He keeps it as real as it gets. And yeah, man. But I think this is just such a tough matchup. Gilbert Burns is coming in minus 490 as the favorite against plus 390 underdog of Jorge. So Jorge Masvidal. So I think Jorge Masvidal is still a killer, and he's still a savage, but just older, and he's just taken a fair amount of damage. So I think Masvidal is gonna definitely stand tall against Gilbert Burns. Gilbert's gonna definitely have trouble putting him away, but I think at the end of the day, Gilbert might do enough to get the. There is a chance Jorge Masvidal might be able to go all the way to decision. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe. But I think Gilbert just has such good conditioning too that he could put on a very high pace and rush him and grapple him and everything like that. So I don't know. Masvidal is still a legend. He has literally stated that if he loses this, it's most likely a retirement for him. And I completely get that. He's fought for such a long time, and even before UFC or professional MMA, he was fighting just bare knuckle in the streets and shit with Kimbo Slice. So, yeah. But I mean, Jorge could always land something. Jorge is skilled enough that he can land something. One is all it takes. One is all it takes. Who knows? Maybe Jorge throws a surprising flying knee if Gilbert goes for the shoot. Jorge, that's what literally is one of the most defining moments of your career, one of the biggest highlights in MMA in general. So why not go for it, right? Why not go for it? That's the story of the co-main event. I said I'm gonna keep it simple, but that was as simple as I could have kept it. You feel me? Yeah, feel me? Let me go a little bit. There's still a little bit of espresso left. This was a Brazilian blend with a little Spanish roast. Lovely. The main event. Wow. This is I gotta tell you, this was an unexpected one on my behalf, in my eyes, from my perspective, coming from my angle. This was a surprising one. Alex Poatan Pereira versus Israel Stylebender Adesanya 2 in the UFC, but this is the 4th time they meet in combat sports. I am surprised because Israel Adesanya demanded the rematch so fast. And that's why I think a lot of people have kind of are switching sides and they're very, very doubtful. Alex Pereira is the champion. He took the belt and took Israel Adesanya's throne. Okay, but we know Adesanya was up there for that long for a reason. Okay, there's a reason he was. His fighting style, I personally think his fighting style at one point was really good, but it got to a point where it was also boring because he sticks to one thing. Yes, it's very effective. It makes the other opponent very scared, but in cases of Yoel Romero and Jared Cannonier, where they're very explosive and they can just land the one lucky shot and you're lights out. Yes, Israel Adesanya was able to go hold those guys off, but now against a size like Alex Pereira, it's really difficult because Alex Pereira is a heavy guy. He does a crazy weight cut. He barely has any muscle. If you look at Alex Pereira, he barely has any muscle. But it just, he still has so much power because there's so much leverage in the build of his limbs. So that he's been able to beat Israel Adesanya so many times, even in kickboxing. So, and it was surprising that after, you think Israel Adesanya, he was on top of the throne and defending against so many people, that when he gets beat for the first time, he takes a little bit longer. He does something different. That's the thing. You got to do something different. It's kind of crazy to me because when you're that elevated and it's all about self-improvement and you're always trying to be the better version of yourself. Why wouldn't you change it up and not just do like a quick, I don't even think it was half a year break. When's the last time they faced off? I'm going to search up the date, ladies and gentlemen. Israel Adesanya v. Alex Pereira 1. Oh no, not the ads. Oh no, not the ads. Wait, I'm tripping right now. Oh wait, now I'm going deep. Alex versus UFC. Oh, 281. What date was 281? UFC 281. Oh my god, it's taking me way too long to search this up. Okay, November. So just about 6 months. Dude, that ain't enough time, bro. I'm sorry, because you got to develop a different game because now Alex Pereira knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? Really. Oh man, it's just the power difference too. I really think so. It's really the power difference that I see. It's crazy. Oh man, I don't know. It's the power difference that I see. I don't know. They just have one's technical, and Alex, I think, is a little bit more just wants to land the shot on you. Just walks you down and hope you make a mistake and block all the shots he throws at you. But even though the general public has kind of switched sides and Israel's not I don't know. As a Chinese man, sorry, he wore a dog collar. Or something to do with a dog, and he wore a collar to the press conference. He's like, I'm a dog and I'm about to get unleashed. But I'm just like, yo, dude, like, I'm a Chinese man. Like, if you call a Chinaman a dog, that's like the most insulting thing you can ever do. Like, actually. So you're saying you're a dog. I don't know. I don't know. You could just say you're gonna kill him. Why do you have to do the cringe stuff? Like, really, it doesn't make. And it's not even the cringe stuff, the theatrical stuff. You don't even have to be theatrical. The drama's already, dude, you're already explaining how crazy you are. You're hungry for the rematch. If you're that hungry within a 6-month period, like you're going for the rematch, if you're that hungry, dude, what the hell, dude? Okay, well, just say you're going to kill him. You're going to try your best to kill him. Because I don't see a great career for Israel Adesanya up ahead if he can't get this win against Alex Pereira. If he gets this win and then they still make a trilogy fight and then Alex Pereira wins, at least he won that one time, and he showed that's more important for his legacy. I think Israel Adesanya's legacy on the line. I don't want to be over dramatic, but I think his legacy is on the line. I'm not even fucking kidding. I think he needs to show the world that he can still do some real damage instead of just score points to win for reals. I think he's got to. Yes, I understand. Okay, that's what he's trying to say with the dog unleashed. I'm just saying he could have done that different. But okay, well then show me then. I believe you got it. People forget Alex Pereira was arguably saved by the bell the last time. Like, he got stunned bad and got saved by the bell and he got to recover. But Israel Adesanya had a chance and he was close to winning the fight. Okay, so okay, Israel, show me what you got. I honestly, I might bet on him. I might bet on Israel Adesanya. I'm just saying, I might bet on him because this is going to be crazy. The last fight was crazy. I loved how it turned out. I'm not rooting for. I think both men have something to give for the MMA audience, right? So let's see. But Israel Adesanya, the only way you're gonna win this is if you do something different. Then okay, if you didn't take a longer break in trying to improve something, and then okay, go ahead. Then show me that you're gonna risk it all to get this, and you're not just going to be like, oh, it was a fluke, I made one small mistake, oh, the refs might have stopped me a little too early, let me just get back and I'll do the same thing and then I'll be able to get the dub. Like, that is not the mentality he should have at all. So let's see what happens. I'm so freaking excited. You have no idea. The whole UFC weekend's going to be fun, and I haven't had one of these main events because I haven't had the previous one. It was all fun, but this one I'm gonna definitely stay up for, or not stay up for. I'm gonna nap before and then wake up early for. So I'm gonna be probably catching the end of the early prelims and then see where it goes from there, because the prelims get started off with like 2 heavyweight men's weight divisions. So those are always fun matchups to see. So. Oh man, the UFC, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a fun weekend in Miami. That's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen, on that behalf. But I'll talk a little bit about the NBA because it just bothers me a little bit. I gotta let this out of my chest. It was not. I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it kind of hurts. So I practically started crying when I heard this news. But Utah Jazz are officially out of playoff contention for this season after starting off the season so fucking hot, and they were like at one point first seed in the whole of the West Conference. So I don't know what happened. I know my boy Lauri Markkanen did all he could. He did all he could. He tried his best. I know Jordan Clarkson was with him, backing him up. I get that. I understand that. I respect that. But okay, we got a good basis. We got Kessler. Great defensive play. He's really effective defensively. Okay, so listen, we got something we can build off of. Okay, those Mormons, they got the secret juice down there. I don't know what the fuck they're pickling down there or something, you know. So Lauri Markkanen just dropped the news that he has to do the mandatory military service, and they got it all wrong in the media. They say it's mandatory before the age of 30. It's mandatory before the age of 18. You fucking dimwit. But we just get to, delay it. It's pretty easy to delay it, but then the motherfucker. I mean, I was surprised that Lauri Markkanen been delaying it till now, but I'm sure he's gonna get some celebrity fucking easy version 2 month where he's like gets to go home all the time, just comes in for a few hours, does a basic training, shoots a rifle once and twice, boom, bam, bam, bam. That's it, That's it. That's it for him, okay? But that's it for the Utah Jazz. But better luck for next season. I think they're gonna come in next season with a lot more promising season, and Lauri Markkanen is gonna be shooting good. You know what I'm saying? Especially after a summer of shooting, and Jordan Clarkson's there, Kessler's there. They got a good basis. Yeah, it was a good try. I think they should have made the play-in tournament at least, but whatever. What are you going to do? But from 5th seed all the way to 11th seed in the Western Conference, anything could still happen. And there's still 2 nights of the regular season NBA. So a lot of things could still happen. Phoenix Suns, Sacramento Kings, Memphis Grizzlies, and the Denver Nuggets have all clinched playoff berth. Denver Nuggets, they've been on a pretty good. They've played really well. I think for once they're gonna go to all the way to the finals. Memphis Grizzlies, they've played really, really good as well. They got a solid. Maybe if playoff jaw goes crazy, we never know. Sacramento Kings too. They have a really, really good offense. And I think they could also do something crazy. Phoenix Suns, KD with Kevin. Oh my God, KD and fucking Devin Booker and CP3 all the way with Monty Williams and shit. But yeah, anything could still happen. Luka still has a chance of making the playoffs, but there's a chance he could also miss out. OKC is on the border. Timberwolves, Pelicans as well. So let's see. But the whole Eastern Conference is pretty much decided at this point. Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia, Cleveland, New York, they've all clinched. And then Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, and Chicago Bulls have all clinched up. What is it? Yeah, a play-in berth or a play-in spot. So, and then Brooklyn Nets is number 6, but I'm pretty sure they've also made it. I think they just, it's between Brooklyn Nets and Miami Heat based on how the next 2 nights of NBA go. So then maybe one makes the playoffs, one makes the play-ins. Yeah, that's really interesting. I think it would be a lot more fun if Nets make the play-ins. I kind of want Heat to just secure a spot. Makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Okay, so anyways, that's the NBA. I'm actually, since I'm staying up for UFC, that I'm gonna be watching NBA games too. It's gonna be pretty exciting times. I'm gonna be watching. Might as well talk about that real quick. Just see the schedule. I don't mind that. So Saturday night. I wonder, this is probably not finished times. Yeah, this is definitely not finished times, I don't think. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Miami's playing Washington. Brooklyn's playing Orlando. Damn. So anything could actually happen. And then Brooklyn play Philadelphia Sunday. And then where the hell is Brooklyn is there. It was between Brooklyn and what was the other team again? I'm tripping now. Miami, right? Miami play Orlando. Oh, it's game over. Yeah, Miami beats Orlando and Miami beats Washington, but Brooklyn's going to lose out to 76ers. So, ooh, you know, who knows what happens, but that's just my little take right off the bat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Have a great Easter. I'm definitely going to have a chill one for me. Going to watch myself some UFC, some NBA. Going to hang out with my family later today. Gonna maybe catch a movie with the boys Sunday. It's gonna be a great weekend. I'm working on my short film debut right now. The final version has to be handed in next Thursday. I'm really excited for the premiere. It's on the 20th of April. Super excited. I know it was a very short project, and a student film, first film, whatever, but I just put a lot of effort into it, and I like it, and I just want to show people, express what I think of and my ideas and all that. It's kind of crazy, and I love that visual stuff, so I'm working on that. I've been concentrating, I've been feeling good, and I hope you guys feel good too. Spend time with your family, praise Jesus, praise Allah. Praise the UFC, praise sports, praise NFL, praise F1, praise all the athletes, praise Mother Nature. The sun is out. We're out here balling. At what cost?